My mother told my father about an idea that she had to have our own dental business, and it would support everybody, the kids, the house, the mortgage, everything. It was perfect. It was on a commercial street, plenty of cars passing through 24/7, which would bring a lot of customers, and a major highway about 2-3 blocks down the road. And it was just a great idea. My mother is saying that this house is hers, which it rightfully is hers. And because at the time he had good credit, my mother was working and she put forth half of the money along with my father to buy this. He didn't put forth any money other than good credit. You understand? They just used his name. My father and my brother never really got along, actually, ever. They always used to bicker and fight and constantly call the police on each other, growing up when I was little. And he used to say and do a lot of terrible things to him, such as he kicked him out of the house one time, and my brother was living in the subway, and he rode the subway for a couple nights because my father didn't want him in the house anymore. My brother went downstairs and he cut up the cords to the compressor, and he removed certain key components to the compressor to make the compressor work for my mother's business. The compressor was basically the heart of the business. It pumped air and suction into the dental chairs so that the dental chairs could be used for suctioning the patient's mouth, for drilling, and for doing cleanings of the full front and back. It affected the business to the point where it's now non-existent. Last month, there was a leak in the road, obviously because a pipe was leaking or the pipe burst. Come to find out, by the DEP department, they said that there was a leak in our house, and the owner of the house had to fix it because he's a supposed landlord. So the DEP department gave him 3 days. Those 3 days went into 5 days, and then he just never did anything, and they came and they shut the water off. We have no water in our house. Our very, 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 very kind and loyal, trusty neighbor has allowed us to use his outdoor hose to fill up 3 clothesbins that we have, and we're able to use it to flush the toilets, to wash our hands, to put in a pot on the stove to boil so that we can bathe, and basically all of our amenities. My mother and I have been in court pertaining to the house with my brother since 2014. We've been in Supreme Court pertaining to, obviously, the trust. Then we were in family court because he started to get violent, and he was really loud and aggressive, and my mother and I were afraid. And then we were in criminal court pertaining to the compressor in the basement. And now we're in civil court, and we were in civil business court pertaining to the dental office on the first floor. We were in every court basically in the Queens County. Taking the house from us leaves us nowhere, because he took my mother's business away, so she has no income now for a year, and we would be in the streets, or God forbid in a shelter, or catching at people's place. Jamaicans say catching, meaning staying overnight at other people's houses, friends and family. It would leave us out in the open without any security. One thing that I would say to him is it all worth it? Is it really worth it to lose your mother and the relationship with myself, whatever was left of it, and Victoria, your baby sister, your other baby sister, to get us evicted out of our own house, my mother's own house? Is it worth it?